Listen to me. You are watching Billy D.
Hey everybody, I am Billy D, and today we're talking about found footage. I also want to thank all 260 of you that stuck around and more. That's Marketing 101, so whenever you're watching in the future and you come back to this, maybe I grew, and that'd be awesome. And this is probably one of the weirdest videos because I am not a huge fan of found footage, which overall makes this list so much easier to make. So if you gave me a list of top 10 slasher movies, I'd be struggling. For this list, it's filled with a bunch of 3-star movies, and I'll let you know when it gets to 4-star and up. But let's go ahead and talk about an honorable mention. You know what? I'm going to give you 2. The first one is an actual good, positive movie. I would say it's The Host. The Host is what if Unfriended was good, and it sums it up within an hour rather than an hour and 30 minutes. The seance scene is cool, and you actually like their friends a little bit better. I also dig the jump scares in this a lot more than anything Unfriended did. Another honorable mention is the Blair Witch Project.
Oh no, Billy, that was the pioneer of found footage.
Well, it's boring. I get it. The marketing was great. They passed it around to college kids believing this was a real movie. Oh, my mom put this on and I was so bored. Even to this day, I still get bored watching this. Hey, in all fairness, I did just buy it. I'm about to do a review on this movie. My opinions could change. But for now, I am putting it as an honorable mention just because it did a lot for the genre. Coming in at number 10 is a movie that you guys probably won't like. The only reason why I have it here is because I worked at the movie theaters. And a lot of people left or exchanged movies because of how scary it was. Me not liking found footage, I was going to skip it. But then I was like, hey, maybe I should give this a shot. I ended up really enjoying it. It's called The Gallows. 20 years after a horrific accident, Charlie comes back and plagues this play that is getting revitalized after a student's tragic death.
Brilliant.
No, these two guys go in and try to trash it. They bring a girl that's a friend along to do it. There's a goody two-shoes there, but then scary, spooky things start to happen. Ooh. The plot's dumb. There's a lot of things that don't make sense in this movie. But if I nitpick plot for all these movies, there's going to be a lot of issues. The main reason why this made the list is the anticipation of some scenes. I really like the gallowed ghost. That was pretty cool. And honestly, I kind of like the ending. Even though it's kind of lame, you could see it coming a mile away. I really dig it. Coming in at number 9 is a movie Quarantine wishes it was, Wrecked. Obviously, Quarantine is the American-made version, which is really awful in comparison. A TV reporter and a cameraman follow paramedics into a dark and scary apartment building, only to find out it's not a sickness, but a contagion of the dead. Ooh. No, this movie is a fun movie. Only seen the first one. There's plenty of sequels that came out. In fact, is there 8? I'm sorry, 4, 5 if you count Quarantine, 6 if you count the Quarantine sequel. The one thing this movie has over the American counterpart is the lighting and the way they shot this film. It's quite beautiful. The blood and gore effects are pretty cool to see as well. Number kind of a hot take, out of every movie in this series, I picked only one, and that's VHS, the first one. All the segments are awesome and cool to see. This is the kickoff to one of the better franchises of the found footage genre. And the main reason why is their segments. And the segments in this one, I felt all nailed it to a certain point. I love the Friday the 13th knockoff. And there's kind of hints of like Unfriended in here. The first 2 VHSs are easy to watch. In fact, the newer ones are pretty cool, but only like 1 or 2 segments are cool in those. Where the first 2 VHSs nail it, and I recommend those movies. You guys should check those out. Number 7. I am totally against the first Unfriended. I am not a fan. In fact, I went and rewatched it this year. I'm still not a fan of it. But for the first time ever, I got to watch Unfriended Dark Web, and that was a ride. I like the human element side behind it so much better. I like how the friend was set up to fail. Some of the action scenes in here, man, are way better than the first. The cop scene, wow. I don't want to spoil too much of this one. You have to go see Dark Web. Even if you gave the first one a shot and you said skip, watch Unfriended Dark Web and let me know what you think in the comment below. Coming in at number 6 is The Taking of Deborah Logan, and I'm gonna be honest. I originally had one cut of The Dead right here, but as I edit videos, I like to go over with friends. Does this make sense? Does this look good? But somebody was like, yeah, but one cut of The Dead is not a found footage film. He made some good, valid points. I argued that the first 40 still count, but the back half of the movie, the rest of the movie where it takes off and your mind gets blown, that's where it doesn't count. So shout out One Cut of the Dead. And if you're going to watch 2 movies that night, Toilet of the Dead. The first movie is smart and fun. The second movie is just turn off your brain and have a good time. And if you know me, I love those dumb movies. So 6, taking of Deborah Logan. This movie actually came out during a time where a lot of my relatives has Alzheimer's. And some of the weird, crazy scenarios that they would really do is well documented and implemented in this movie. But the slight tweak of making this a paranormal demonic movie, which is funny because found footage and demonic paranormal possession movies aren't really my bag. This movie does a perfect blend of them both, and I really enjoy the way this movie ends. Not to mention it was well acted all the way around. Coming in at number 5 is a movie that I would say is a 4-star range. We're getting into the 4-star range, and the movie's called Creep. This movie has a bozo named Aaron going to film this guy for $1,000 a day, but he's thinking best case scenarios when he's going there. The dude's a clown. This whole movie is like, don't think about it too hard. Just enjoy the atmosphere and the intense scenes, and you're having a great time. The main dude from Office Space is making up a bunch of stuff, and Adam's just so, oh, I believe you. Oh, this is great. I can't believe this. I'm having a good time. Just to find out this dude's a psycho. I like the extra stuff that gets shot and filmed. This movie is not like a gore-filled movie. This isn't Psycho. Well, Psycho wasn't really gore-filled either. There is an American Psycho moment, not gonna lie. But again, this movie is not something to get overhyped about. I feel like if you go in blind, go watch Creep. Have a good time. Tell me what you think of Aaron. And if you like that movie, they made a part 2 and a TV show called The Creep Tapes. But we're gonna keep this train a chug, and we're going on to number 4. This is what got me really invested into found footage, not gonna lie. It's the Paranormal Activity movies. There was disc going around, kind of like how the Blair Witch had videos going around of, oh, this is real. I remember seeing an alternate ending before the real ending came out in theaters. I don't remember how I seen it. I just remember watching it on TV. The nice thing about this movie is a lot of people had different ways they seen it and different endings they went with. So it felt like a unique experience. I really like A Haunting at the time. I really liked the paranormal shows that were coming out. So seeing Paranormal Activity, it felt cool. It was nice watching something like this get played out night after night. It wasn't a cliche, boring, drawn out movie. By part 3, it wore out its welcome. I'll give you that. But when the original took off as it did with the budget it had, everybody was clamoring for a part 2. At least me and my friends were. Coming in at number 3 is a movie that I had zero interest in. Again, I'm not a huge found footage guy, but my buddy Lil, who used to be a co-host on a podcast I was on, introduced me to Hell House LLC, and if you watched the original, you should watch the director's cut. There's so much added footage and scary scenes that they took out for some reason that you need to go back and rewatch. 5 dummies want to put on a haunted house in a scary location just to find out, oh no, it's actually cursed and plagued. You get to see scary ghosts, demon lady, you get to see scary clowns, and then a weird cult thing. You guys should check this movie out. It's real good. I like the documentary style of it. Part 2's good. Part 3's meh, but the Origins, the Part 4 one, I think you'll dig that one as well. Coming in at number 2, I am gonna cheat just because 1 is a huge stretch. So if you count this is the real number 2. Late Night with the Devil. This is set up as a nighttime talk show style of trying to prove that demons and the devil exist. But things go haywire, things get crazy. You think the guy is disproving this exorcist girl that's going through like a demon inside her, just for things to flip on its head, and it's bonkers. I dig this movie. But if you guys are like, oh, that doesn't count as found footage, number 2, and the main reason why is when you have people watching this movie for the first time, you lie to them. You tell them this is a real documentary, and I'm going to say number 2 is the Poughkeepsie tapes. I have some of the best times gaslighting and telling people, hey man, I can't believe this is real. Like, this is the scariest documentary I've ever watched. And you put on the Poughkeepsie tapes, and my wife, She is gullible. She's like, what county is this? This really happened? And then at the end, they're showing so much, by the way. They're not letting up of what you see in the found footage aspect. It's made as a documentary style, and then they reveal footage and then give some detail about it and what happens to the lives afterwards. But they never catch the killer. Ooh. It's just funny seeing her like wanting to keep up. Like, I'm just kidding. This is all fake. So I'm going to let you pick. Yes, I really enjoyed either of those experiences. Number 1 is one of my all-time favorites, and I love the characters. I love the plot. The only issue is you don't spend that much time with the monster, and that is Cloverfield. Cloverfield is like, what if New York City gets hit by aliens? Or a kaiju, depending on which lore you like to follow. But it's definitely aliens now. But you basically follow friends that are going through issues. They're going through life. They're partying. They wish they were with their girlfriends. And then there's a comic relief played by TJ Miller. He's hilarious in this. But things go south. The Statue of Liberty's head's getting thrown. And you need to find a way out. From beginning to end, this movie is like a roller coaster ride. I'm on the edge of my seat. And honestly, this is one of the better found footage movies to ever be made. It's made by Matt Reeves. He directed it, and J.J. Abrams produced it. So it's a well-crafted movie. That's the one benefit to this one than all the other ones. Most of these movies are like independent made. If not, they suffer from a very low budget. This movie was fun and kind of went all out with whatever it had. Alright, in the comments below, tell me what did I leave out and what did I get wrong? Are you mad because I didn't put the Blair Witch on here? Other than that, you guys stuck it out. You guys should subscribe, like, do whatever you want.
Thank you for watching.